Hello and welcome to this week's market update. We are live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and X, so don't forget to follow us. Could your end of financial year hiring strategy be quietly costing you success? This week, we're joined by senior recruitment consultant Maddie Lang to unpack critical hiring trends and workforce planning insights as the financial year winds down. Also on today's show, what was behind the talent tug-of-war in 2024? We'll explore our latest job opportunities across the UK and tell you how you can take the next step in your career. And lastly, we'll reveal our social media insights on planning ahead. How will the end of financial year impact your business in the year ahead? So with the UK financial year ending on the 5th of April, businesses are reviewing their hiring strategies and planning for the months ahead. But is your approach setting you up for success or quietly holding you back? So we're joined by Maddie. Hi, Maddie.
Hey, Hannah. How are you?
Very good. Thank you. Now, a lot of companies hold off hiring until the new tax year, thinking it's a better way until they have clearer budgets. But in recruitment, we know that waiting too long can actually put companies at a disadvantage. So why is that?
Yeah, definitely. So the best candidates are always in demand, and businesses really, you shouldn't delay your hiring until the end of April, because often you're going to find these kind of candidates in demand or candidates with this really high skill set have already been snapped up kind of earlier in the year. So right now, companies really need to plan ahead to secure top talent. And those who are waiting are just going to miss out on opportunity, and the people that they're seeing later in the year, unfortunately, may not be the particular candidates that they're looking for.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And we often see businesses taking a very, stop-start approach to hiring, slowing down at the end of the financial year, and then this sudden rush again in April or May. What are the risks of doing that?
Yeah, so I think the biggest rush with this kind of hiring decision, it's when businesses kind of panic hire. So if they just need to fill roles really quickly, they don't often, take the time to find the best talent, look at who's going to fit that role best long term. And it can lead to really costly mishires, high turnover, and impacting the wider team as well in terms of their performance and how the general mood is as well. And I think the most successful companies treat hiring as a continuous process throughout the year, rather than just dedicated for a particular time when, budget's been approved.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And another thing businesses don't always think about is hiring too late in the year. And if they wait until late spring or even, summer, they might find the market more competitive. So talk to me a bit more about why that might be.
Yeah, definitely. I think because April to June is actually, one of the busiest hiring periods, because it's coming into the summer break, and people know and companies know that some of their staff are going to take time off, and they want to get that all prepared before a lot of people do take their annual leave. We've seen that April to June is really busy. And by this time, some companies start looking, the best candidates have already accepted other offers, as we said. So if businesses try to hire over the summer, they're also going to run into other challenges where some of their hiring staff might be away and on leave, and also some of the candidates that they're wanting to engage with will be on holidays or away, which is just going to slow down the whole process. So starting early really means that you get ahead of your competition and you access the best talent before everybody starts to go away and have those breaks as well.
Yeah, then that's really important for businesses to consider. So if a company is listening right now and realizing they need to think their hiring strategy, where should they start?
Yeah, I think first, I mean, as we've kind of said this whole, discussion, don't wait, get straight into it. I think you need to constantly be assessing and looking at your long-term hiring needs. So map out what roles you need, map out what that looks like in terms of the candidates that you're wanting to bring in and who's going to be the best fit. And then start engaging with candidates before the market gets competitive and before, you have to pay higher salaries or offer different packages or kind of reevaluate, how you're also going to retain your staff as well.
Yeah, I love that. And I'm going to add one to there as well, because we often see recruitment being very reactive, and we're a recruitment agency, and clients coming right at the 11th hour when they need someone isn't the best place to hire. So, I start building really good recruitment relationships with agencies, talk to people in advance when you're not hiring, build those key relationships so that when you do need someone, they're in the best possible place to help you grow. But the key takeaway is that start the hiring conversations now. Keep your talent pipeline warm and get ahead before those new financial year burdens and stresses kick in.
Yeah, definitely. And I think one thing to add as well, I know people often, when they come to us or they expect that we're only going to be able to hire for a particular role and fill a position, but we can also provide different market knowledge, market mapping. We can let people know, okay, this particular skill set is in the market more at the moment as well. So we can always kind of provide a bit of insight and market knowledge as well. So that's something else that we're there for to support with.
Amazing. Thanks for joining me, Maddie.
Thanks so much, Hannah.
So today we're looking for a financial regulatory lawyer. This is non-contentious 2 to 5 years post-qualification experience required. This is based in London. We're also looking for a tax lawyer, 3 to 4 years post-qualification experience required for this, and again in London. And in Manchester, we're looking for an audit manager. Of course, we're also looking for temporary work, so do register with us if you are interested. So today we're diving into a recent article and survey from HR News that sheds light on the tough year UK small businesses had in 2024. According to their findings, a staggering 82% of small businesses struggled to hire and retain staff amid rising costs and reduced consumer spending. The survey of 500 businesses found that industries such as finance and insurance, transport and logistics, and hospitality and tourism were amongst the hardest hit. So looking ahead to 2025, nearly a quarter of business owners cite inflation and rising costs as their biggest concerns, followed by hiring difficulties and declining consumer spending. Many businesses may resort to cutting costs, including reduced insurance coverage, which, while lowering short-term expenses, could expose them to greater risks in the long run. So we asked you last week, would you accept less pay to work from home? 56% of you said yes, but 44% said no. Interesting, the data behind that. So if you have any more thoughts, do let us know. We'd like you to answer for us. Has your business started end of financial year planning yet? Yes or no? Do let us know. And thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back same time next week.